Okay, question 69. Lena is building a fence. She will need to dig holes to support the posts that hold up the fence. The holes need to have a depth of 3 1/3 feet below the ground. Each post is 10 feet long. What is the height of the part of the post that is above the ground? So for something like this, kind of just understand what's going on here. So let's just draw this and let's draw a post. And we're saying that 3 1/3 is underground. And this entire thing is 10 feet. So really, actually this looks like 31 1/3, doesn't it? My fault. 3 1/3. So if this whole thing is 10 feet and the bottom part is 3 1/3, that means that whatever is up here has to be 10 minus 3 1/3. And if you're good at mental math, you know that that is 6 2/3. But if you're not, don't worry. So 10 is the same thing as saying 30 over 3, right? And 3 1/3, if we use what we know about converting mixed numbers in proper fractions, 3 times 3 plus 1 is equal to 9 plus 1 equals to 10. So it's 10 over 3. And all I have to do is 30 over 3 minus 10 over 3 to get 20 over 3. And 20 over 3 we know is equal to 6 2/3. Sounds good? All right, and we can check our answer quickly with this. So question 69A. Cool. All right, let's keep going. 70. P plus 2r equals r, p plus 1 plus 1. In the equation above, if r is equal to 2, what is the value of p? For a question like this, don't get intimidated by the number of letters in the problem. It is a lot simpler than you think. So first we're told that r is equal to 2, so I'm going to rewrite the whole equation with r as 2. So p plus 2, and then we know is r is equal to 2, is equal to 2p plus 1 plus 1. And just like that, we only have one letter in the equation. So it should be a bit more easier to solve. And let's do it. So p plus 4 is equal to 2p. We're using the distributive property right here. Plus 2 plus 1. And let me simplify this even further. 2p plus 3. And now we're going to solve for the value of p. What that basically means is that we're going to isolate p onto one side of the equation and have everything else in the equation on the other side. So I'm going to choose the right side to have p and just p in it. So we're going to do minus p and minus p here, and we'll do, this cancels out. So p plus 3 is equal to 4. Subtract 3 on both sides. P is equal to 1, or 1 is equal to p. And that is the answer. 70 is F. 70 is F. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's keep going. 71. Karen reads at the rate of 60 pages per day. Martina reads 25% more pages than Karen. If the two students begin 1,500-page reading assignments on the same day, how many days sooner will Martina complete this assignment than Karen? So first what I want to do is kind of think about what's going on. So Karen, we're going to call her K, and Martina, M. They're both reading this book. One can finish 60 pages per day, and the other can read 25% more. 25% more is the same thing as saying 60 times 1.25. You're reading 125% of whatever Karen is reading. And if I just do some quick math, that is 75 pages per day. Now all I gotta do is just divide. If I have 1,500 pages to read and I read 60 pages a day, if I do some long division, I'll find that it takes me approximately or exactly 25 days to do this. And for Martina, that's for Karen. For Martina, I'll use a different color. I'll use green. For Martina, it's different. We're doing 1,500 divided by 75. We're reading a lot more pages per day, so Martina is going to finish faster, but how much faster? We're going to solve. It's 20 pages per, or 20 days it takes. And we're asked how many days sooner will it take? So how much faster? So 25 minus 20 is equal to 5, and that is the answer. Yeah. All right, and last but not least, we have question 72. Claire is running on a circular track. She has already run 650 meters. Each lap around the track is a distance of 120 meters. Her goal is to run at least 2,500 meters in total. How many more laps does she need to complete in order to reach her goal? Now, to me, what sticks out, at least to me, is it says at least. That means that she can run 2,500, more than 2,500 meters. But at least tells us that's the bare minimum. She has to run that amount. So let's first do 2,500 minus 650 because she's already run 650 meters and she needs to run 2,500 in total. And we want to know how many more meters does she want or does she need to run. So if I just subtract, that is incorrect. 10, this 10, 5 turns into 14, 8. She needs to run 1,850 more miles. So, or 1,850. So from here, we want to figure out how many laps she needs to run. So if each lap is 120 meters, I can divide 850 divided by 120 to find the number of laps. And if I do that, 120, 5, 6, 5, and then here is where they get you. So 120 times 5 is 600. I'm going to subtract and I get 50. So I do have a remainder, but I'm getting the number 15. And what the test wants you to think is that, hey, if I see a 15, this must be the answer. No, that is not the answer. Because if we run 15 laps, that means we're going to be 50 laps short from reaching our goal. And that is not good. So we need to run an extra lap. So 15 plus 1 is equal to 16. So we can cover this 50, the missing 50 meters. And also, it's totally fine if we run more than 2,500 because the problem, once again, said at least. So 16 laps would be our answer. That is choice H. Yes, sir. All right. There's that. Hope that made sense, and we'll see you next time.